Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will start off with a rune and then get a tarot card from the runic tarot deck, as usual, and get a rune of clarity for each position in your weekly rune reading here this week. And at the very end, we'll get an oracle card from this week. Drum roll. The Soul's Journey Oracle deck. So stay tuned for that at the end of the rune reading. In your energetic past here we have Algies, the elk rune. This is the rune of like faith, that's staying grounded, divine defense. These are the antlers of the elk, your built-in divine defense, your divine protection, your divine connection as well. This is aspect of staying grounded here throughout this test of faith, or maybe blessed with this abundance of faith here. Take it how it resonates. This is a bless or challenge here with any of these aspects here in your rune readings. So this is the devil reversed. So interesting energy here. Maybe this is like an affirmation of faith. You got the devil reversed here. Like maybe you conquered the devil. Maybe this is, you're like, devil who? Right? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's really cool though. Knowing that you're divinely defended, divinely protected, and you come up with the devil reversed. Yeah, you were victorious in something. You overcame something. Maybe like you're an inner devil. Maybe like an energetic pattern addiction or a literal substance addiction, or maybe just like showing up for yourself more, and that's like helping reinstill your faith, like you're overcoming the devil as far as that goes, like just being present in your life more, showing up more authentically in your faith. Right, the sun's rune, this is beautiful abundance, natural vitality, success, and just authenticity. With the faith here and the double reverse, this is actually pretty beautiful energy to have in your energetic past here. So this could be a blessing or a challenge either way, and it's still pretty darn good. Yeah, in your energetic now is the irreversible rune of Dagas, getting that clarity, transmutation energy, feeling like you're at this nexus, you're at this zenith point, the fulcrum and the balance to all the energies around you, the night and day, the light and dark, the good and bad, the dichotomy energies, and knowing that you can be at the center, you are at the center of, or at least you're called to be anyway, of the center of that, those energies, right? Where nothing and everything of them simultaneously exists, and you can have your moment of stillness, of infinite clarity, and transmute and get that divine alchemy going, and know that you're never going to be the same with that sort of a dawning kind of a clarity moment, not really a revealing like anything was hidden, but like solving a mystery that was kind of right in front of you, kind of thing. The Hanged Man shows up here, clarifying Dagas in your energetic now. So shifting perspective for sure. You are kind of hanging around for a different perspective. You purposefully are pausing to, or maybe spending some time, just whatever, to do something different, or to view something different, read something different, right? Or learn something different. Try to see things from a different perspective or a different angle. Therefore, maybe that transmutation of the divine alchemy kind of energy kicking in there kind of is happening. With this is uncovering of mysteries here for you. Yeah, probably might be someplace you've never been before, which is cool. And even if you're like new to this spiritual path, welcome. We have cookies. But this is Perthel, the Gambler's Cup. This is the rune of like the initiation process, or even a friendly competition, or a birth or a pregnancy, or anything where it's like an energetic investment, where you know how it starts out, you just don't know how it's going to end, but you can guide it to that good possible ending. But either way, you come out with a little bit of a shifted understanding or perspective of the whole thing, of the experience, right? You are experienced, right, at the end of that rune. Therefore, being initiated, you've learned the mystery, you've taken the gamble of that energetic leap, right? Like Divine's holding up his hand, saying, look, take the energetic leap, I got you. Uncover the mystery, learn the new things. Hanged Man, new perspective, why not? All right, Aquarius, this is interesting. And it looks like you're doing it thoroughly, committing to it. This is divinely guided and grounded energy, but with very purposeful direction, with the thorn or the giant or the hill. As a lot of people interpret it, I interpret it as the hammer. Mjolnir is Thor's hammer, the lightning quick strike that can be building, it can destroy, or it can protect. Either one, or all three, or simultaneously different combinations of any of them. So this is the choices up to you, but this is very thorough energy, dotting all the I's, crossing the T's, doing all the research, getting your ducks in a row, getting everything ready to do the stuff, doing all the research, like reading all the material, rehearsing all the documents, making sure everything is signed where it needs to be signed, doing the activity thoroughly, right? All that kind of energy. This is tied up with the Six of Swords energy. So yeah, you're thoroughly leaving something behind. You're like, okay, on to the next thing, off to the next big adventure. After that Hanged Man, all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm done with that. Peace. I'm out. You're like thoroughly leaving. You know what? Air signs can do that too. I don't know why, but or how so much, but it seems like they can. But like nothing, an energy very, very quickly just be okay, bye. I'm like literally even physically moving. Yeah, physically moving. Like surrendering to divine flow, whatever's divinely serving your divinely guided path. Reho is indicative of leaving a house, spouse, or career. Whatever's not serving your divinely guided path anymore, you're saying goodbye to, and you're moving on to what does serve your divinely guided path thoroughly. Six of Swords, Reho, you're being more present with your life, present with yourself. Just you and your swords on the boat, crossing that river into the great horizon. Thoroughly committed to that adventure after you've gotten that perspective, that clarity, that uncovering of a mystery in the now. Okay, what's this influence? I want the juicy gossip. Spill the tea here. All right, this is Laguz influencing you right now, so emotional. It ties to this divine flow kind of ties. This is divine feminine kind of work, but this is also your grounded sense of flow, your intuitive work. This could be you're even near a body of water right now. Laguz is the rune of lake, sea, flow, waters, dousing with water, all that sort of stuff, right? But emotional healing work, I'm seeing intuitive healing, maybe a little bit of a wounding. Maybe that's why the Augies came up here. Maybe you dodged a bullet. Did you dodge a bullet here, Capricorn? But you're deciding to like peace out to like some sort of energy here. Devil reverse. Did you dodge a bullet there? Question mark. Four of Wands energy, like, okay, you're under this influence too of like, okay, you're very emotionally invested. Like, how are we nurturing each other? How are we building? How are we nurturing one another? How is this working? What are we doing? Yeah. And, feeling like maybe you're stuck rigid repeating life lessons, Isa. That's the ice freezing over the lake to get that deep clarity. But sometimes when we are too rigid, it can be stuck, rigid, frozen, repeating life lessons. Interesting. Maybe feeling like emotionally frozen. Like, what are we doing for one another? Emotionally frozen, gaining that new perspective off after some clarity is offered to you. Interesting. Like something like if you look for something hard enough, you're gonna find it. But it looks like you find something out about this interesting. You got the devil in reverse, so maybe this is like super incognito, but this is like you have a hunch, and you're like an authentic hunch. You're like, I have good faith in this, and kind of going off of that and discovering something and learning to be, I don't know, correct? I don't know. But you are, so what do you do? What's in your action taken for the best outcome? It's an Uruz right now, so take healthy, divinely guided steps in your momentum. So every step that you do take is going to be gaining a lot more momentum into presence here. So make sure that is that much more healthy, that much more in step with your divinely guided path, and that'll help train you to stay in the flow on your path too, by the way. But also dealing like with all the energies that health wise that you surround yourself with, right? Not just what you eat or drink, but what are your self thoughts like? What's your self talking like? How do you talk to others? What's your social media habits like? What's the movies you watch, the music you listen to? How do you feel about others, right? So this is like checking in with those energies and just like really making sure that each step you take is more energetically more grounded, deliberate, and aligned, because it is gaining a lot more momentum here right now. So you're very much called to do that, do the work, do the diligence. You have the Three of Wands here, expanding your horizons, for sure. And you're supported in this journey, you know. You're reminded that you are, whether you feel alone or not. You always have your relationship with yourself or your divine source as well. Okay. But beautiful Three of Wands, moving into the Six of Wands in your near future. So your advice, yes, expand your horizons into the new healthy things. So I think you literally are closing some doors, like saying goodbye to like maybe, I get like in my mind's eye somebody like hiring a private investigator, and they find out like their spouse has been doing them dirty or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's got comedy movie written all over it, you know. But you guys, I can't make this up. All right, double, triple, quadruple check your health out there, Aquarius. Everything that you do when you're expanding your horizons now, especially, is gaining a lot more momentum, and it needs to be that much more healthy, and it's that much more blessed right now too. There's that much more gravity to this. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Stay in your faith. You are already abundant. You're already successful, faithful, right? You're affirmed throughout this. So, expand your horizons. Do the things. You know, what are you waiting for? What are you hesitating on? And you're going to be awesomely like saying goodbye to that other, maybe an old way of being, it looks like, and being a lot more present and like a lot more thoroughly present with yourself, and you're opening up your new horizons, right? Three of Wands into the Six of Swords. That is a lot of like, we're just kind of wanting the Two of Wands or Eight of Wands kind of showing up there too. So what is your outcome for this? Soilo, of course, why not? Throw in a Soilo there again. Authentic, beautiful energy, which is abundant, radiant energy of the sun, shining on everybody and everything without any hesitation, reservation, or judgment, being in this beautiful, authentic, like Midas touch kind of energy, like you can do no wrong, like you feel very lucky, very blessed. So the sun's light energy, natural vitality, abundance, success, like you are like coming up like roses with all this beautiful, abundant, Solilo twice and Urus twice, just missing Fehu twice. But you have like a couple of the most abundant runes in the whole Elder Futhark right now. So Solilo in your outcome, beautiful stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Why not? Ace of Pentacles. Aquarius, I cannot make this up. Aquarius does have Fehu in it. All right, but okay, so yeah, you're starting into a new grounded sense of stable beginnings, into a new sense of abundance, into your new sense of healthy abundance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and Suilo in your freaking outcome. That is awesome. I love this for you, Aquarius. I am so happy for you. Yeah, you're definitely saying goodbye to the old. Hagalah's here. The Hail Rune. Natural disasters. Unintended eventualities. Irreversible. Along with that, irreversible. You have the Sun and Hagalah's here. So, blessings and disguises, that all happened for you, not to you, but you're letting go of this. This is like a tower moment. Divine is helping you and say, okay, here, I'll give you an assist. And that helps you like focus on, yeah, you're expanding in your new horizons. You're getting into your new beginnings. Ace of freaking Pentacles and Sloilo. Reho and Theresa's like you're thoroughly like in your Six of Swords. Come on, And you had that Three of Wands there. Yeah. You're looking at like how are we nurturing each other? How are we showing up for each other? Gaining that new perspective with the Hangman that's buried in there. This is a beautiful and charged reading here, Aquarius. I want to know in the comments below how this resonates here for you, but you are thoroughly closing some doors and stepping into some new areas. For sure. This week. Soul's Journey Oracle deck for the message of clarity. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Aquarius's divinely guided rune reading here for this week. These are divinely guided messages straight from Spirit, straight from Source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul, Aquarius. So, Divine, please show us. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Service. I feel good when I help others, when I can help others. It says, I feel good when I can help others. What a beautiful card. So, let's read about it. I almost opened up right to it. Again, at the bottom says, I feel good when I can help others. Aquarius, one of the most evolved gifts that a soul possesses is giving of itself. There is a reason why it feels good to give. It's because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels. Yeah. And this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. Yeah. I think you're building that momentum into that service. Yeah, so let's read more. Okay, put yourself in a position, Aquarius, that which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love towards others. This might mean bringing yourself into the heart space and letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely, giving without any expectation, right? You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all your thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve another being. Perhaps one way would be to ask a friend if you can help them clean his or her own office or run errands. Maybe volunteer to watch your neighbor's kids so the parents can have a night out. Or maybe even make a meal for someone who might be sick. You could even volunteer in a hospital or a hospice. And finally, Capricorn, or excuse me, I almost called you Capricorn. I apologize, Aquarius. The final line of this, I almost made it too. Perform an activity that enriches someone else's life. Yeah, whenever you're in doubt on what step to take, when you're in this energy here, especially when you're wanting to take those nice, healthy steps, whenever you're in doubt, always act in selfless service of another being, of another human, of another animal, of another plant, right? All right. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.